Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two in play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And bulldozing his way through. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. McCann's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. McCaffrey following the penalty. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. play action. They'll throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out the backfield a week ago. They get him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, he's got Burton here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one into the hands of Burton. Leaps past him, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McCann's kick up and good. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play and knocked the ball free from them. But that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, second down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They're going to look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's more. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Again, he finds more. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They'll look to throw again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught at the 20. Escapes the defender. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 1. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that will wind up incomplete. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers, a free play. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes right side. The 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because Your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. McCann's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this coaching staff